Good morning, day 333, cooking down the refrigerator, freezer, and working pantry meals. Well, today it's 46 and it's going to be 56, so that's not too bad. It's cloudy, but good thing it's not real cold here, because I woke up this morning and it was freezing in the house. Well, it only went down into the low 40s last night, but you know, it was cold. So I'm thinking, oh no, not the furnace, please. No, not the furnace. Well, the battery ran out on my thermostat, so that's what it was. So now it's nice and toasty warm again, but I only had two AAA batteries left, so I think I need to go and get some more batteries, because especially for the winter, it's a good idea to stock up on batteries, because you never know when the power goes out if you'll need some lights, or like what happened today, the furnace thermostat went out. So, all's well that ends well. At least it wasn't the furnace. Thank God for that. So I'm not sure again what I'm having for breakfast. I still have part of an avocado. I still have a piece of the oatmeal casserole. So we'll take a look in the refrigerator and the freezer in a little bit and see what's available. So I'm not sure what's on the agenda for today, other than going to get some batteries. I plan on staying home, but I do think it's important to get some of those batteries. I usually get them at the Dollar Tree, and I know they don't last as long, but most of the time I use them to put in my faux candles, because I turn those on every evening, and it makes for a nice ambiance as I'm watching a little TV. So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and then we'll take a look in my refrigerator and see what the meal plan is for the day. Alright, be back in a little bit. Okay, time to take a look in the fridge for my meal plan for today. Okay, I still have this quarter of an avocado and this tomato that I marinated. I still have one little square of oatmeal. I have my patty from yesterday. I still have some green onions that I chopped up. I still have cheese. Still have cheese. Still have this cheese that was frozen. I could make some macaroni and cheese. Could do that. Use up this frozen cheese. This I want to save for breakfast and crackers. I don't want to melt that because it's tasty. I still have whipped cream. Not whipped cream, cream cheese. I do have whipped cream. Let's see what else. Eggs. I have lots of eggs, and this butter is going to be for Christmas cookies. Still have the rolls and the pie crust, so that's potential too. Could make a little pot pie. But I also have some vegan pot pies in my freezer out in the garage that I brought over from my mom's house. I have these potatoes that I cooked up yesterday. grapes. Lots of gravy. I could make a casserole out of that. I still have my homemade yogurt. I still have the dip from my neighbor. I have coleslaw and lettuce and more avocados, celery, carrots. Oh, still lots of things I could make. Apples, kraut. These are all dried mushrooms. I also have some dried apples in there. And I know you don't have to put them in the refrigerator, but I do because I don't know when I'm going to get to them. I still have some Walmart bread. So, lots of choices. I'm not sure what I'm going to have. I'm thinking along the lines of a couple of eggs with fried potatoes, some green onion, and I know I have some frozen peppers. Maybe I could top it with some tomato, or just have an avocado toast on the side. That sounds good. And for dinner, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to make. I'm thinking I have that one patty. Maybe that would be good with some macaroni and cheese. Because I do have oat milk I can make that with. So that's a potential. All right, so we'll see. Let's look in the fridge. Okay, still lots of food in there. I don't think I'm going to take anything out of the freezer for dinner because I have other things that I can use. I could have spaghetti and meatballs. That would be good. All right, well, I don't know yet what I'm going to have for dinner. I guess I'll have to think about that. All right, so I will meet you at the stove and I'll make some breakfast. Right, I'm here at my stove. I've decided on the potatoes and the eggs. I'm thinking I need to maybe buy a couple things or a few things for my prepper pantry, because if you missed the comments yesterday, Donna Allison, who's been one of my followers for a long time, left a nice long comment about all the things that they're saying are going to be short next. And of course, they couldn't leave out the vegans and the vegetarians, because a lot of the things that they're predicting a shortage on now is tofu and vegan meats, and oh, the list goes on and on and on. So, and then with the rail strike potential, oh, this is just, if it wasn't so sad, it would be laughable. Anyway, I was thinking I should stock up a little bit more. I mean, I can make my own vegan meats and cheeses, and, you know, I know how to do that. And, oh, don't forget meat shortage, too. So, not to be a fearmonger here, because I'm not going to do that, but it would be smart to have a stash stocked up so that you could at least get through the winter. And those of you that live in a climate like mine, where you get a lot of snow at times, it's a good thing to have some extra food in your house anyway. And I haven't shopped week to week in years. literally years and years. So to me, this is not a new lifestyle. It's how I've always shopped. And it's simply because I don't like to run out of things, and I don't like to say, oh, I want to make this and I don't have this, so then I need to run to the store. So I thought maybe it's still November. I'm still planning not to shop in December. But I'm thinking I have to go to Dollar Tree today anyway and get batteries because I'm totally out of AAA batteries. And I'm glad I had, a few extra ones that I could put in my thermostat this morning because it was cold. But I'm not going to use up and cook down my whole stash. Now let me explain for those of you that are newer to the channel. I have a freezer stash. I have a working pantry stash. Right over here is my working pantry, and it's got a lot of food in it too. And then I have a long-term stash. So the long-term stash, I do pull things out of there every now and then, but I usually replace what I pull out. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. So if something happened where I couldn't get to the store for whatever reason, a medical issue or weather issue or whatever, I'd be all right. I'd be all right for probably a few months anyway. But the way things are going lately, it's like it just goes on and on. It's never ending. And I think a lot of it might be some fear-mongering. And then people go out and panic buy. Well, I don't want to be one of those people that needs to run out and panic buy. I would rather just continuously keep my stock up and not have to worry about it. But I am thinking, I have tofu in my freezer, I have tofu in my refrigerator, but I'm thinking I might want to add a couple more things of tofu because some of the vegan meats that I make calls for vital wheat gluten and tofu in it. But you could also potentially substitute cooked beans that you mash up in your blender. Now it's going to have a different texture, of course, but it would be something that you could season and it would be edible. So I just want to present alternatives on my channel here, and I know a lot of you eat meat, and that's your business. I eat plant-based meats, either that I've bought or that I make myself, and I like either or. But I don't want what I get to get too old in my freezer and then it's a waste of money. So I do need to use those things up. They don't last as long as my long-term storage. Maybe a year. Maybe I can squeak a year and a half out of it. But I don't want to be a panic buyer. I just don't want to do that. I want to make sure I have enough toilet paper. So I'll go out and buy some extra toilet paper when I've used up maybe one of my few stash things. So anyway, do the best you can. I know a lot of us don't have a lot of money, especially now. So stocking up little by little, just picking up a few extra things that, okay, I'm going to put this in my long-term storage. Maybe when corn is on sale for 50 cents a can, buying like $5 worth of corn, and the next time you can buy $5 worth of something else. So I don't know, I don't know your situation, and I know some of you are worse off than others, but use your food bank. Please go to the food bank. Don't be too proud to do that. Don't let anybody shame you into saying, well, if you don't have food, I'll buy you food. Why? Go to the food bank. You don't even have to tell them. If it's such an issue for somebody else, just don't tell them. But anyway, there's no shame in it. Don't let people say, well, you have a house and you drive a nice car and blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe you bought that house when times were good. Maybe you bought that car when times were good. And now that the poop has hit the fan, they've been predicting it. They have been predicting it for several years now. And that tends to make me wonder if a lot of things haven't been planned out in advance. I don't really want to get into that because YouTube is very particular in what you have to say on the channel. And some people, I've even had some people say, oh, don't get political, I come here for entertainment. Well, that's fine, but it's not always all fun and games either. Sometimes we need to talk about these things and make people aware of what's happening, because a lot of people seriously don't have a clue. So anyway, I'm not going to say any more about that. Like I said, you have to be careful, because I do like my channel and I like coming on here and talking with you guys, and I don't want to jeopardize that. So anyway, I'm going to make myself some brunch here. It's almost 11 o'clock. Then I'm going to get dressed and run down the street to Dollar Tree. It's like 3 miles from me. And then I'm going to look and see on Walmart maybe if I can get some extra tofu. All right. Well, I'm going to gather my things and then I'll be right back. All right. I've beaten up my eggs, added salt and pepper to it, and now I'm just going to pour it all over my potatoes and peppers, and I added some green onion in there. This is a really good breakfast, and it's a way to stretch your eggs and to stretch your potatoes. So, if you have a lot of food that, well, if you don't have a lot of food, let's put it that way. The best way, in my opinion, to stretch it is to combine foods. Combine different things. If you don't have a lot of meat, then combine it with other things. If you don't have a lot of potatoes, combine it with other things. Just to stretch it. Your meals don't always have to be a slab of meat and a potato or, a side. You can combine things, and it really goes much further. In my opinion, it's tastier. And you can stretch your food further, and, I know I have to do that, and I know a lot of you have to do that too. And if you don't have to do that, that's wonderful. I think that's awesome. But still, it doesn't hurt to have a few tips here and there. So there we go. I think that looks pretty darn good. I'm going to throw some cheese on here so it'll melt. Now to further stretch the meal, I think I'm just going to leave it at this, but to further stretch the meal, you can have some toast with it, a couple pieces of toast, or whatever it is you like. Alright, here. I put this on the floor and they lap it up. Alright, there you go. Alright, so that is my breakfast for this morning. And I think that'll be tasty. Picture. Alright. So I'm just going to top this with a little bit more green onion and call it good. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit and we'll see what else. Alright, well, I went to Dollar Tree and I got batteries. I stocked up and I found this ribbon. They had one left, so I got that. I want to put that around a couple of candles, just a little piece of it. So I also picked up a thing of rice, a thing of beans. I got a vanilla almond milk. I want to try an experiment and try and make some yogurt out of this. I don't think it'll work because it says no preservatives, but it has a bunch of other things in it. But I just wanted to give that a try just to have a different option from the soy yogurt. I still have those seitan pork cutlets in the freezer, and I wanted to try this southern style breading on it, just for something different. I was out of the fine Himalayan salt. I have stuff for the grinder, so I picked that up. I was totally out of chili powder, so I picked up 2 chili powders. And like I said, this is the last shop of the month. I'm not shopping in December. And I just couldn't leave them there. So they have different hats. So I got those, and I got this hanging thing for a mason jar. I thought that'd be pretty for Christmas to hang up somewhere. And then I got these tags, these chalkboard tags. I thought I could put those on my jars. I have them labeled up on top, but there's no label. I mean, obviously, you can see beans and lentils, but I just thought that would give it a little bit of a country feel. So I got 2 packs of those, and then I picked up candles. I know. And did you know these candles are 3 ounces? Yeah, sorry, it didn't focus. And these candles that they carry now are 5 ounces. So I got 2 of those. And these you can reuse the jars too. And then I got these glass cleaners. And so I did that little Dollar Tree haul. And Flash Foods is right next to the Dollar Tree here where I live. So I picked up a couple of things there. I just couldn't pass up the deals. And it was things I needed. So let me show you those. Okay, I got this whole bag of mandarins for 79 cents. And they're in nice shape. So I got those, and then this morning when I was making my scramble, I noticed I was running low on chopped up sweet peppers. So I got 2 of these, and there's quite a few peppers in there, and they're sweet peppers. So I got 2 of those. I'm going to cut these up and freeze them because I don't have any fresh peppers, just frozen. And then they had 1 bag, this was also like $1.50, of mini peppers without seeds. I'd never seen that before. So lots of red peppers, they're my favorite. And these were each $1.50. So I couldn't pass that up. And those will be going into my freezer. And these I'm probably going to eat in a salad. And if they start to go bad, then I'll freeze those too. So anyway, I thought that was a good deal. And so I had to pick those up. All right, I'm going to come back with some dinner because I'm getting hungry. And so I'm already at the stove. So let me go get my dinner. Time, and I just kind of have random things here that I want to eat up. I have some of this spinach and artichoke from my neighbor. I have the patty that I prepared yesterday for the Swiss steak, but I don't feel like having Swiss steak again. I have a piece of this Aldi cheese on here. I don't know what kind, I just grabbed one of them. I have a couple pieces of French bread. And I think I'm going to nuke this for just a couple seconds because it was in the fridge. Okay, so my bread is nice and warm and soft. I'm going to add some of this toasted garlic mayonnaise. So that is on there. I'm just going to put it on both halves, so it's not so messy. Just to get the flavor. And here I have some of the little mini peppers, just the ends of them. So here, let's see, can you see that? I'll move you a little closer. There we go, that's better. So here I have 2 mini peppers. And here I have some of the spinach artichoke dip. And on my burger, this is going to be a burger with French bread. So on my burger, I'm going to put a little bit of this avocado. Just a couple slices. I'm trying to use things up that I have in the fridge, and I wanted something a little different. So before I put the avocado on, I still have some green onions. I'm going to sprinkle that on top. And this is a clean out the refrigerator meal. Sometimes those are really fun. Okay, put some avocado on there. Okay. There we go. And then I still have some of my little marinated tomatoes. I'm going to put some of those on there too. Okay, so there is the burger. That's a tall one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this dip into the peppers. I think that'll be tasty. I could have put some of this dip on the burger too. And I might still dip the burger in there, I'm not sure. peppers are just cold, but this is warm. All right, there's that. And there's still a little bit of dip left in here. And my friend also gave me these. They're little pitas. And I think 2 is plenty. So okay, there is my dinner. And then if I'm still hungry, I'm going to eat some of my oatmeal, baked oatmeal with whipped cream. All right, I don't know, this might fill me up. So here we go. Here's my dinner for tonight. And let me give this pepper a taste. I think that'll be tasty. Actually, I could put it on the pita bread. I'll give that a try. That's good. Very good. All right. I'm very hungry. So let me give my burger a try. And that's going to be messy, I can just tell. I hope I can get this in my mouth. Ah. Messy but good. All right. I'm going to eat my dinner. And that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.